Welcome along. We're going to show you how to fit the Propelz anchor running rig to your Profish Reload, Profish 400 or Profish GT. These kayaks all have the brass inserts molded into the kayaks for you to allow you to easily fit this anchor running rig. This is a multi-fit anchor running rig, which means it'll fit kayaks from 3.6 metre of the GT right up to the 4.5 metre of the Profish Reload. I'm going to show you how this is done now. Here's the anchor running rig on our Profish Reload kayak. You'll notice on the Profish Reload we've got the brass inserts on the left and the right hand side, which means you can set the running rig to the left or the right. You'll also notice the same on the Profish 400, brass inserts on the left and the right side. Okay, in the kit you get all of this hardware. The stainless saddles and the screws will fit straight into the brass inserts. If you've got a kayak that doesn't have brass inserts, it's not one of the three models I just mentioned, you can fit this same system using rubber well nuts. We'll demonstrate that in another video, but these saddles can be used with the rubber well nuts and you can fit that to the bow and the stern of any kayak. Now just screw these, the screws supplied straight into the brass inserts. If you find the saddle doesn't line up with the molded in brass inserts, you may have to just bend the saddle slightly by giving it a light tap with a hammer. This can occur with shrinkage in the mold and the saddles might be slightly out of line, but it's easy enough just to tap the saddle and it'll only be within 0.5 millimetre if it ever is out. So you open the gate, clip it in, put the pulley on and then shut the gate. So now we've got the rope, we're going to run that through the pulleys. First thing you do, let all the rope out, then run it up through the first one. The second one you need to come down through, then pull the tension on. And we'll walk our way back to the front where the light's better so you can see what I'm going to do here. Now we'll run the snap clip through the loop, and now we're going to get some tension on this running rig. So tying this off is a series of half hitch knots to get the tension on. What you want to do is pull this tight, but not so tight that the running rig crosses over your legs. That's obviously going to be a problem. So what you want to do is put enough tension on so that the running rig just runs loosely along the side of the kayak. If you look down the kayak now, that's about right. Any more length, what's going to happen is your leading edge of the running rig can drift underneath the kayak when you're trying to retrieve it, and then it becomes almost impossible to bring your running rig in. So once you've got your tension about right, then you need to run a series of half hitches. That's really all it is. And it's up to you how many half hitches you want to put on it to get the tension. I'll run half a dozen half hitches on this one. The Profish GT being shorter means you're going to have a much longer trace. So your trace, which will be connected to your anchor running, your sea anchor or your fixed anchor, is going to be longer on the shorter kayaks. And on the 4.5 metre Profish Reload, it's obviously going to be shorter, which is about an ideal length. Now if you find on the short, you've got a shorter kayak and you think the trace is too long, you can just cut this crimp off, retie it to the length that you like, and then you've got your trace. And here's a little trick: if you're transporting the kayak and you don't need all this rope rattling around the roof of your car, just run the length of the rope back and clip it back on itself for storage and transport, and then go to the paddle holder and bundle all that extra rope under the paddle holder. That stops it rattling around and getting in the way when you're transporting your kayak.